Testing? Okay. The program's picking up my voice now? Okay. Testing? Okay. The program's picking up my voice now? Okay. Okay. So, welcome to the stream. There are currently 2 viewers, one of which is me, view on my phone to make sure the thing was... I don't care about the brave soldiers. I'm trying to host something. Let's go ahead and mute their voice for the purposes of this stream, because I don't want to buy people like war bonds. Anyway, welcome to the stream. So this stream is just, I wanted to show any viewers who are interested that yes, I am still alive. I do plan on working this channel still, but I also wanted to, I don't know, move into that not so forcefully, and at the same time maybe show off what I have in Star Wars: The Old Republic. You can find me there as Jedi Master Siow in the Satirshan server with the Guild of the Jedi Order. Though that I is actually an L due to I guess they don't allow guilds to use a Jedi Order name. Anyway, what I plan to do is show you my 2 strongholds. Let me lower down the music. It's very distracting here. I hate the music here in the pub fleet. Anyway, I'm just gonna show off 2 of my strongholds I have in the MMO, and they should be open to see for anyone to visit if you're on the Satirshan server as well. And then discuss what I plan to do for my next series, my current progress with that, and the future of the channel, whatever that may be. If I do choose to monetize it or not, if I could, then I could work on it full time and pump out videos more regularly instead of as a side hobby thing where they come out rather sporadically with months in between uploads, at least between series. Anyway, enough of that for now. Let's go check out my first stronghold, my Jedi Academy in the Alderaan Noble Estate stronghold. It's such a nice planet. It's a shame it gets blown up though. Going to hide this UI. Oh, that's hide the entire UI. So, welcome to the Alderaan Stronghold. Before we go inside, let's show the outside first. Starting way in the back, where most people spawn. If you have any questions about the Republic, or about my channel, or how to play a Jedi Shadow in the Republic, please let me know. I've actually written a very lengthy Shadow Tank PvP guide for Valk.com, and I'll be touching on that later in the stream, because after doing that for Valk, writing the guide for them, they provided me with a lot of goodies in the game, which I plan to use for future videos in my channel. Anyway, so this is typically where one will spawn in when they come visit my Jedi Academy, at this bridge. So let's take a look over here. I wanted to give this temple that impression that it's self-sustaining, so I add a little garden. Got some fruit trees, delicious. Got this food truck. Can't have a space farm without a space truck. Got these trees from Dantooine. Some droids watering the plants. And I think these trees are from, what was it, Onderon? Or Dantooine, one or the other. You can see the farm extends over there with some, I believe, what are space yams. Delicious space yams. And then this would be like my character ship in the RP. Now, normally this is an Imperial agent ship. Has cloaking capabilities, terrible weapon placement, because as you can see, the weapons are on the nacelles of the ship, which will make it very, very poor for close range combat. It'll need to be at least mid to long range to effectively target something, unless these, I don't know, can pivot a little bit here and there. But the ship interior is very nice. I'll be showing that later on my Imperial alt. And this is a training arena. I have always done a lot of PvP in the Republic, and so I take PvP very seriously. So much so that I got this arena that closes. That way, no one can run from me. They do that a lot. It gets annoying. The only thing more annoying than that is that the fact that this is bugged. So using a dash or a leap on a target will probably clip you through the floor, getting you stuck inside. Good times. Then because like in like PvE or like RP stuff in the Old Republic, you can also do like hunt down Jedi Datacrons to gain permanent stab bonuses. And one of those things about Datacrons is that they have a lot of parkour. So this is a very mild parkour test to teach any students I have how to parkour properly. So just the hard part is this little sword of the Rakatan guy. Just gotta angle yourself right and try to jump, because for some reason the hitbox on this thing is very, very odd. It's very slippery. But once I get past this, the rest is pretty easy, at least for me. When you've done it as many times as I have, it gets easier. But for the sake of the stream, I'll just skip this for now. It's still tricky. Anyway, towards the back of the estate is a little hill area covered in snow. We'll get to that cave in a moment, but honestly, I couldn't think of what to put in there because I don't know. I ran out of ideas, and there's nothing in there right now. Here I put a little camp with a tauntaun, some supplies, a fireplace, some bedding, and this guy. He's a Keldor agent, just sort of kneeling here, staring out into the temple, keeping an eye out for any ne'er-do-wells and scoundrels. Then you have a nice little seating area, very cozy. Then we have one of my favorite parts, the Killik Cave. Only I took away the Killix because I don't like bugs. I didn't want Killix in my cave because I had a very specific use for this cave, as you'll see right now. Behold, my Kyber Crystal Cave. I try to get just about every single kind of color crystal there is for this cave. That big one back here was very hard to get. Very expensive. Now, unfortunately, there's a crystal like this that's black in color called the Void Crystal, but it's locked behind a bugged achievement. I have no idea how to get it. No one does because it's bugged, and Bioware never bothered to fix it. Then this area is blocked off. It's just, it's just more rocks and Killik formations. Nothing too exciting. This fence is kind of useless, so anyone could just walk around it. Just get to the back, but, it looks nice for RP purposes. There is nothing important there. I think that's where the Killik Queen goes, when you put in the Killix. I wouldn't know. I've never actually put in the Killix. Let me get my mount. What is it? And then I can show you the secret Waterfall Cave if you want to. But like I said, there's nothing there. But someone later watching this, maybe back in the future, may want to see the full thing. So I'm doing this for their sake. Very dark, very damp, and nothing in here. I'm still trying to get something to put in here, but I also sort of like it barren. Makes it feel more natural. Anyway, let's get more to the fun stuff. Getting closer to the inside. Just gonna forego the bridge, since this river isn't very deep, and these fish started spawning out of existence. I have no idea why. Then you have more farms, little... What is this thing called again? A terrarium. Then you got your space yams. And you got the space droids watering the space yams. Space citrus and a space zen garden. Up here you have more space trees and a space bench to get a lovely view of this waterfall. Now let's start going to the more fun stuff like the courtyard. Got this little gazebo thing here. Some nice statues, overgrown grass, and a statue of a Jedi Master. I think there's water in here. Yeah, there's water in there. Not sure how it spins though. Then you got some little garden exhibits, more overgrown grass, some space fruits. Yeah, my Jedi Academy used to be on Tatooine, but then the Alderaan one was released. Like, oh, this is so much better than Tatooine. I want to move here. Then you got this guy to sort of standing guard next to the fountain. Ah, my camera. Eh. Then this droid, for those who don't know, will fly you across to a different part of the map, which we'll get to later. Basically, you see those little... Where are you? These little things that fly around. You can mount one and fly to the other side of the map. And then you've got this space bench with these space swamp trees. I think these are from Zakul. Then over down there's a path full of trees and grass and more grass. Good stuff. Then there's this Alderanian fountain. It's very nice. Though I hate how the grass clips through the stone. This part was kind of tricky to figure out for a while, until I figured out, oh, benches and flags and plants look nice here, like a little seating area. It's more or less the same on the other side. Then you got this Jedi Padawan statues. Then you have the upper courtyard, which leads to various shops. In which case, these Jawas that sell various junk that you can use for crafting in exchange for Jawa junk or other scraps. Got a useless tent right here, and this Rishi guy in his cramped little space. These lovely Zakulan fountains and Zakulan knight statues. Honestly, they need like more of these kind of statues, like Jedi or something, with the glowing lightsabers. That'd be nice. Then you got a little outdoor table here. Some alcohol, I think. Pretty sure it's alcohol. And a statue of Valkorion. Now, normally I wouldn't put a statue of Valkorion because he's kind of an evil guy, but he ties the area together. Then you had this weird artistic statue thing with... Oh, I thought that was Arabesh, but no, it's actually just decorative reliefs on there. Anyway, now to the good stuff. The inside. The only thing added to this area is these little nodes. And behold, the inside. As you can see, we have a lovely glowing Jedi statue in the center. Various fountains, crystals, these Zakulan cube things, and some ship displays. I think this one's a pub ship display. Republic? Yeah, this one Republic one. And I'm pretty sure the other one on the other side is the Sith Lord. Sith Empire ships. Yep. Man, that is one ugly ship. Where's the Temple Whispers? There it is. Always nice to have a little ambience. As you can see, there are various Jedi NPCs just sort of standing around doing their own thing. You have this guy. I forget what they're called, his species. I think it starts with a G. They're always really annoying in the Jedi Knight games from the 90s and early 2000s because they would always throw grenades at you. Then you got this guy. What's his name again? Don, the Exiled Knight. So let's start with room number 1. The Commons Room. It's a very basic room. Got your basic GTN mailbox, cargo holds. A little nice sitting area, droid of drinks. And all this fun stuff, like the foods I got from that food event I had a while back. Back when, what was that? November last year for Thanksgiving? But yeah, I love that event. That was really fun. Wait, I can actually. Oh, no, wait. No, I can't. That's just weird lighting. Why are these glowing blue if I can't click them? Oh, I can. Neat. So yeah, a little basic cantina, sitting area for your day-to-day needs. This one, I'm pretty sure it is. Let me check. Yeah, it's from the Reputation of Ossus, from the rep vendors. I don't remember how much it costs. But up here, you can find the various flags and banners of the Houses of Alderaan. Even the Empire-aligned ones. But, you know, it adds more variety to the types of banners you see. Though my favorite would be the House Ald banner, which is this one. Room number 2. The sleeping quarters. Various bunk beds, got a Jedi Padawan, some storage lockers. Very basic stuff. Room number 3 would be the spa, relaxation, and meditation room. Just really zone out. You got some hot tubs. This nice water fountain that I can't get enough of, but they're always so darn expensive. This meditation pillar. Yeah. Meditation. Some nice fountains, very basic stuff. Nice little cozy room. Then up here you have a statue of Satirshan. This area was very hard to light up properly. And these lamps are a pain to find because I think they only drop from Star Fortress runs. And they don't drop very often. So I had to do a lot of Star Fortress runs to get them. Yeah, there's one decoration from Ossus. It's like a giant farm installment thing that sprays water on the crops. But the only way to get that is to kill the world bosses, and no one wants to do them because they create so much lag. I doubt I'll ever get those. I would love to, but the odds of finding them are low. The odds of finding people to do it with me are lower, and the odds of actually getting them from the drop in competition with everyone else makes it very hard to do. Maybe one day, I don't know. Anyway, back here are the various crystals. Green, yellow, blue. Obviously to represent the 3 Jedi branches. Guardian, Sentinel, and Consular. Now to my lecture room. Got a nice hallway of holocrons. Or datacrons, rather. I'm not even sure what the difference is offhand. I think datacrons can be accessed by anyone, and holocrons only by force sensitives. Got this nice painting of Makeb. This thing, whatever it is. And my teaching room. Basically, if I'm running an event where I'm teaching numerous people in my guild, I'll have it here. They sit in these what's he trying to get? Soulable decos. Yeah, I can't blame you. But anyway, I was saying, if I'm teaching a class for my guild, they'll sit in these benches. I'll go up here and teach them in an RP fashion. Get a very good view from up here, and as a viewer, because back here you can see this lovely scene of Alderaan. Now to the outside. Got another meditation garden, some Zen plants, a Zen Jedi. Everything about this patio is very Zen. I think data crowns might be Arcadon and holograms are very near. That might be the case. I'm not sure offhand. I'll need to ask my friend because he knows a lot more about Star Wars than I do, though he mostly knows more about the Old Republic era, whereas I tend to focus more on the Clone Wars era. Now these giantable sconces were hard to find because you don't see them that often in a GTN. Now let's go up to the second level. I love this painting. I love how green it is. That's a nice contrast to the warm colors in here in the building. I think that's from the Zerka planet. And we have the outside. Got these weird Onderon statues, some crystals, various Jedi shrines with blue hollow flames. Now this thing was incredibly hard to get. The Datacron of the Masters, I think you can only get it from the I forget who sells it. It's some vendor on the fleet that only takes an obscure currency that you can only get these days by leveling a character by doing story missions. And I think you only get like 2 per character now. They used to drop from flashpoints, and now they don't anymore. So they're very expensive, very hard to get. I think this one alone cost me like 20 million in supplies. Ugh, that hurt my wallet. Up here is a training area. You got a little Datacron stations, this holocron station. Less thing, whatever it is. I think it looks nice and fills in the void in this area. Then of course the training room. Now you might recognize this as in one of my videos where I was talking about I forget which one. I was talking about like why a Jedi would use I remember now. It was a exotic weapon specialist. I was talking about why a Jedi would use a non-lightsaber weapon. I was covering how a Zabrak would use a Zaboka, and it was in this area where I recorded that. Just sort of him slashing with a Zaboka, the 2-bladed sword. And of course you got the little lightsaber forging station. And the healing training dummy. And this guy who always bugs out. 9, 12, 65. Every time I come back here, his lightsaber blade is not there, and it annoys me. There we go. That's what it should look like. There's nothing too special in the outskirts. Just a little weird tech thing. A dead tree. What was a dead tree over there? Where did I put that dead tree? There's the dead tree. Yeah, I think this dead tree came with the land. Ah, the camera again. Why does it keep doing that? And now for the final portion of this stronghold. I generally use all these halls as art galleries, and I just wish they were a bit better lit. Can I put things on the roof? I can't. That's why it's so hard to light up. Want to know why Vin Artrius can be placed on a carpet hook? I'm sure that'll be funny, but I forget who Vin Atreus is. I think this is supposed to be a reference to 3PO on R2 on Tatooine. That's my best guess. Then you have the meeting room, where important Jedi meeting business goes down. Can I alter this? No, I can't. I thought I could. Oh well. If you see my videos about the what was it, the Jedi Advisor, this is where I recorded bits for that video, where he had corrupt guard being, "Oh, I'm so evil," rubbing his hands together, being over the top villainous. Then he just one good scolding away from not doing scoundrel stuff. Now this little thing I like right here because it's a little weapon exhibit. Got a pistol. Oh, okay. That's who he was, Finitrius. Got a Beskar. Now, typically these swords are used by Mandalorians, and they're either made of Durasteel, or if they have the metal available, they'll use Beskar, which, as you may know, um, is lightsaber resistant. So, Mandalorian wielding a Beskar sword made of Beskar would be a significant threat, because they tend to have all these tricks up their sleeve for dealing with Jedi, like grappling hooks and jetpacks and plot armor. Then you have this blaster rifle, good stuff, and this other blaster rifle, and that's it. Got these ship displays, got the smuggler ship, the Jedi ship, and this trooper ship, which should be rotating, but I think it's currently bugged out. Huzzah! Then there's a tech room. All the tech doodads go in here. Got one of these. What is it called again? Ah, the camera again. Stop doing that. Where did I place you? Okay. Yeah, Gemini Droid. Okay, so she stays in here. Though she should technically be offline since the whole ships went down. Anyway. These things are hard to find. I tried to get another one, but I couldn't. The Zerka data core. Uh, yeah, they're a pain to find. All the stuff I want from my strongholds are always hard to find. And this is more or less the last room. This would be my bedroom in here. Ah, the camera again. Stop that. Got a nice little meditative spot. This ancient Jedi stele with the Force runes on there. You know, I'm pretty sure I could translate this with the Force rune guide Disney released, but it probably wouldn't translate anything at all. I'll figure it out later. Now these Bavarians I love. They're just very pretty. I just love things in like glass or resin containers, forever locked in time. Little workbench. Another workbench. And the bed. And that more or less does it for my Alderaan Stronghold. What do you think? Gemini 16. Is she the one who creates covers herself and shoots giant lasers at you? I think that's the one. All the lasers everywhere coming from her torso. Pretty sure if that's the one I'm thinking of, then I farmed that one a lot to get the decorations. It's not too bad to solo, but it's pretty easy to solo things when you're stealth unit. But the only thing I hate is a droid guardian, that really big animal-like one, because that thing is hard to kill no matter how much DPS you pump out, because it goes through periods of invulnerability then attack. Anyway, before I move on to the next stronghold, the second stronghold, I want to discuss the current state of this channel. Let me get to a more cozy spot to discuss this. It's a good spot to discuss channel business. How about the lecture room? Just enjoy the scenery as I discuss the state of the channel. So, let me check the last time I uploaded anything. That might have been a few months ago. So, aside from the streams, I'm going to count those. 10 months ago, it has been a good deal of time since I uploaded anything. Yeah. Oh, wait, the Jedi Surface Core, that was 2 months ago. Okay, so, current state of the channel. I am currently working on some scripts for a series that covers all the lightsabers. In this case, all lightsaber variants. Turn a standard lightsaber, crossguard saber, saber staff, lightsaber pike, guard shotos, everything. Then after that, I'll be covering all the various modifications you can put on lightsaber. Various emitter lenses, various power cells, various hilt modifications. And then if you are aware of my Kyber Crystal series, where I was drawing Kyber Crystals, I'm going to use those in a series covering just about every Kyber Crystal in both Legends and Canon. Some of them I won't be doing, like those weird crystals named after famous individuals from Star Wars Galaxies, or some of the obscure crystals from, what's it called? Force Unleashed. So let me show you what I currently got planned, my roadmap for the future series. I love the deck goes, but the bosses. When I play a Mana Sorcerer, they kill that Ancient Guardian Droid quite well. Yeah, whenever I farm those things, I always switch to the dot spec to deal the most damage I can. Now let me switch to view to Google. Okay, so here's my. I keep notes of what I want to do for my videos. Like first, I create like what do I want what's the basic plot of the video. Then I put down various notes of what I should cover. Then this goes in the script later. So as you can see right here, the first video that we release in my lightsaber series will be what is a lightsaber. It will discuss lightsaber basics basics of lightsaber types, the origins of it, going into the history. That'll be mostly Legends stuff. Social, military, and religious slash philosophical importance of lightsabers. Oh, hello, hello, and thank you, hello. I appreciate it. Then I become like the physical properties of a lightsaber blade. I cover this in one of my Jedi Temple Guard videos, where I talk about the equipment of the Temple Guard and discuss the properties of lightsaber blades and blaster bolts. So I'll be more or less reiterating that there. The internal components of lightsaber, the weaknesses and limitations of a lightsaber, and the conclusion. So from there, as you can see, these green check marks, I put those there to indicate which ones I completed to help me make sure I keep things on track. So one video will be basic lightsaber variants, including standard, training, Shoto, and great saber. The dueling lightsaber variants will involve the curved hilt, light foil, and crossguard sabers. The polearm lightsaber variants video, that one was a long script. It's like 20 something pages. It's like double bladed, spinning double bladed, pike, double bladed pike, and the long handle lightsaber. Now this one was cut out, the early lightsaber variants, the force saber and proto saber, because I more or less covered that in the first video as far as I could. So if you want to learn more about the early lightsaber variants, you can just go to the first video. Unconventional lightsaber variants. Got the Guard Shoto or lightsaber tonfas, and then you have the Cane Saber, used by Terasunube, Jedi Master Vow, and Maul in Rebels. The Flat Edge lightsaber, which you may recognize most as a dark saber, that would classify as a flat edge lightsaber, and the Broad Saber, which is basically a flat edge lightsaber but bigger, like sort of like a lightsaber claymore with a flat edge. Then exotic lightsaber variants. You got the Retro Saber, the Contained Energy Axe. That is a very new addition. I actually need art for that. I need to hire my friend to draw me art, but I'm not sure if she's taking commissions right now. The Katana lightsaber, the Light Whip, and Sickle-bladed lightsaber. Now, I was going to add the phase knife, but it's not technically a lightsaber. It's very similar to a lightsaber in that the blade pops out of the hilt, but it's not using plasma. It's like a molecular blade, it's only like an atom thick, which allows it to slice through most things really easily. But it wasn't quite a lightsaber, so I have crossed it out. Then firearm lightsabers. I'm aware that blasters aren't actually firearms. Firearms would be like things that have like bullets and slugs, but it sounds better for the title. Let me actually fix that. Variants. Which includes a blaster pistol hybrid lightsaber, similar to what Ezra had. The stun blaster lightsaber attachment. That one was very weird because it the description for it was very confusing. Asked my friend, who is also an avid Star Wars fan, to translate it. He wasn't sure if either it was poor writing or if we had poor reading comprehension. But basically, what you do, you strip down a stun blaster to its core components, attach it to the power source of a lightsaber hilt, then sort of bolt it on there. Then you have a little lightsaber with a stun blaster attachment that shoots short-range blaster bolts solely on a stun setting. Due to the limited power draw I can get from the power cell from the lightsaber, it's very short range. But you know, it's something. Let me actually show you a preview of this drawing I found online. I always try my best to find the artist and give them credit in the description, but for the life of me, I could not find the artist for this particular art. I think the closest thing I found was an anonymous user from like a 4chan post or something like 4chan. I tried to avoid a website; it's garbage, but you get a few gems like these once a blue moon. This is my best guess as to what the stun blaster attachment on a lightsaber would look like. Something like a lightsaber gunblade. I don't know. Until we get more definitive answers, I can't say. This is the best I got so far. But that is a very nice art. I really wish I could give the artist credit, but I can't find them. If you look at Lightsaber Gunblade, you can find this image. If you want to help me find the artist, that'd be really cool. I always try to give them proper credit when credit is due. Because I've seen so many YouTube channels, like, take someone's art, put it on a thumbnail, and not give them credit. That really annoys me. It's like, I always timestamp my videos. Okay, here's the art at this part of the video is made by this artist. Yeah, it's annoying, it's a lot of work to do, but it's proper. Yeah. It is a smarter version of Ezra's. But though I imagine something like this would use Form 2 Makashi because it sort of follows a curved hilt design. So unfortunately, you can't use the blaster and the lightsaber at the same time. It's either one or the other. Next one, lightsaber rifle. You might recognize this. I covered it in one of the videos. I forget which one. Jocasta knew was using it. It was hidden in the Jedi archives, and she used it against Vader, and it blew a huge hole into the Jedi Temple wall. Basically, a miniature Death Star beam. And I recently found out there's another one made by a Jedi, a lightsaber sniper rifle, where they use a lightsaber, like, built into a sniper rifle, that would be very devastating. I think it was called the Far Killer, but that Jedi was excommunicated for the Order because it went against the tenets of the Order for being like a pure offensive weapon, meant to kill someone from a distance, which is very dishonorable to the Jedi. So like a lightsaber should only be used for defense and protecting others, not for things akin to assassination. Anyway, that about covers it for the various lightsaber variants. So once I finish the script for the firearm blaster variants today, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do recording, which is always the hardest part. I mean, because of my autism, I have a stutter and rapid speech issues, so it's really hard for me to talk slowly about things I am passionate about, like Star Wars. It's like you may notice in my videos, some people say I talk too fast, or I should speak more slowly. Well, in those videos, that is me speaking slowly. If I go off at my natural speed, I just one big jumble of words. So, anyways, the first I'm doing this thirds. First third, lightsaber variants. Second third, modifications for lightsabers. Final third, crystals. So yeah, I hope to get these out within a couple of weeks or so. Um, it's like some of these are gonna be very long. Like I'm pretty sure the what is a lightsaber and basic lightsaber variants and polearm lightsaber variants will be my longest ones. So like let me show you the script for polearm sabers. So yeah, I think this one's like loading still. It's 25 pages, which means it'll probably come out to between 20 to 25 minutes. So much stuff I gotta write, or I have to speak. Oh, this was gonna be a pain to record, but it'll be a very nice video. So many things to cover. But yeah. Now let's look over to what we're going to do for lightsaber modifications. So for this one, I was looking towards two sources. One, Knights of the Old Republic. They went very in depth with the various modifications you can use. And actually, you know what? Before it logs me off for inactivity, let me just mute this. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, KOTOR. So Knights of the Republic went very in depth with the various modifications you can slap into a lightsaber. Unfortunately, I myself have never played KOTOR. Well, I tried. I couldn't get past Taris, speaking of parts of Taris, because the combat is very confusing. I think I only got as far as the Rakuls, but along with KOTOR being and KOTOR being used as information sources for lightsaber parts, I'm also using the Force and Destiny books again, because they list a lot of parts they can use, and that like parts from the Jedi Path book. It's mostly books in KOTOR. That's where all the good stuff is. as many Star Wars fans will know offhand. Anyway, you have the emitter modifications. This could be like various type of emitters that can make a lightsaber blade more fine, like a better for fencing. It can make a lightsaber blade wider, better for deflecting blaster bolts. Um, the emitter actually is what responsible for the shape of the blade. So most of them are round in shape, so to produce a cylindrical blade, which you often see in lightsabers. But if you use a flat emitter, or like a flat shaped emitter, you'll get something like a dark saber. Then you have energy cell modifications, what various different types of energy cells can do, focusing lens modifications, activation switch modifications. Then these will be 4 different videos, one covering general modifications, like personalizing it, masking it to disguise as something. It's more so relevant towards like, Galactic Empire era. A split coupler, you see this with what's her face, Asajj Ventress and her dual sabers, how that kind of connect. And a hinge coupler, which is similar to what the Temple Guards use in Rebels, and what Pong Krell uses. Just sort of swings open the lightsaber. Then you have offensive modifications. Yeah, the dual phase modification, the flicker phase blade, uh, energy overclock setting, and fusion shunt. I forget what these two mean offhand. It's in the books. I know what these two are offhand. Anyway, the next modification, lightsaber resistant hilt materials. Hold on, let me read this comment. A modification that enhances the blade, able to cut Beskar with many high-powered cuts like an XR Kun. I mean, Beskar is very, very tough to against lightsabers. I don't think it's entirely immune, but it might as well be. Like with any story, it depends on the writer who's writing it. That determines the outcome. But hopefully the writer respects the rules of the long-established 50-year-old franchise. Cough, cough, Ryan Johnson. Cough, cough. Anyway, defensive modifications. Lightsaber resistant hilt materials, like Frick Alloy, Cortosis, though I wouldn't use Cortosis for a hilt. Mostly Frick Alloy. Um, what's another one? Electrum, I think, is one. I think Palpatine used that on his. A reflex grip. Uh, it's like basically a personalized grip that lets you have a better grip on there, but it can feel kind of awkward at times. No, wait, no, that's something I was thinking of. This one is like it has like a weird internal bouncing system, which helps stabilize the blade, but it can be weird to get used to. Now, Shield Emitter, I actually got this from the Old Republic. So I was thinking, like, you might recall. Let me pull up the scene. Obi-Wan versus Dirge. Because I was thinking of this scene. Let me find it. Where are you? Here it is. So here, Dirge pulls out two personal shields that block lightsabers. Now I'm thinking, if you can put that on something like a wristband, why couldn't you put that on a lightsaber? Have a lightsaber emit a little shield. And the Old Republic actually did that, which I put on my pike. Trying to sound a little hollow shield in program thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but in the certain angles. But this would be very good for covering your hands when using a pike or a saber staff, because aside from the hilt being the main weakness of it, your hands are also a big target as well. Here's one good swing away from having your hands chopped off. So a shield like this would be very useful for pole-arm sabers. So I'm not sure if it's purely holographic shield or like a defensive shield in the context of Star Wars, but I want to believe it's like an actual defensive shield. And I just think it's a cool addition to a lightsaber. So why not? It's my series. I'll do whatever I want. But I do try to stick to the rules of the canon or legends, and I think this covers it. Let me just. Then we have utility modifications. Actually, you know what? I forget what reinforced magnetic shielding does. Oh wait, now I know what it does. I remember what it does. It basically makes the force field around the lightsaber blades so strong that it negates the ability to cut anything with a lightsaber. Instead, it becomes like a blunt weapon, a big energy bat to smack people with. It'll hurt, but it won't kill anyone. Easily, at least. I don't know. I'll figure out more once I re-look into that stuff in the book when I get to the part of the series. Utility modifications: bifurcating cyclical ignition pulse that basically lets you activate your lightsaber underwater. Pommel cap. It can be used like as a blunt object to hit someone with, or more useful, if it's big enough, you can store little tools in there or spare parts. Obi-Wan did it with his lightsaber when it had the blunt end in episodes 1 and 2. Cyclic crystal array that lets you swap out crystals on the fly. It's like, oh, I want to use a Lordian crystal right now. Oh, now I want to use an Adhesion crystal. A magnetic weapon tether basically uses magnets to draw your lightsaber back to you. So it seems kind of weird to do that when you force pull lightsaber to you, but if you're hiding from the Empire, it makes more sense with magnets. Less chance of people catching you. But if you're being caught pulling a lightsaber, regardless whether or not you actually do have consider force, it's going to raise suspicion. But it's still a neat thing I'm going to add to the series. This pit, I have no idea how to pronounce this. It's like what's his name? The snake guy from Council. Oh, I know it. I just wrote about him the other day. Oporensis. Yes. This Cispiacian. I'll figure out how to pronounce that later. Basically, they have these stabilizing coils that sort of shaped like a snake wrapped around a weapon hilt, which is supposed to give it better balance. Blade drain. Basically, if two lightsaber blades connect and bind, this will drain energy from the other lightsaber. And then trapped grip. I think that one's like Darth Xana's lightsaber that had like Bane's heart crystal in there that sort of zapped you if you weren't attuned to it. Then modifications of permanent lightsabers. That'll be its own video. So I'll be after I cover all these modifications, I'll be saying here's how Anakin Skywalker modified his, how Luke Skywalker modified his, how Obi-Wan modified his, Temple Guard, Sith, my Pike and Old Republic. Basically, give you an idea of like how each Jedi um, personalize their lightsabers and why they would do that. And then the final third of my feature series, Kyber Crystals. The first video being what is a Kyber Crystal? Got an overview crystal, the difference between Kyber Crystals and mundane crystals like quartz, how Kyber Crystals can be formed, show various Kyber Crystals, explain how the Kyber is a living thing, significance among the Jedi, Sith, and other Force sects and mundane groups. It's very hard to say the word sects without something different. It's annoying. Using lightsabers and sim weapons, um, traditional lightsaber color meanings, Sith lightsaber crystals, how they were formed, arbitrary color meanings was basically like orange for negotiator, bronze for great strength, pink for far sight gift, basically stuff like that. Um, it's used in non lightsaber weapons, used in tools such as I know these digit crystals for stealth technology and cloaking devices. And the conclusion and teaser of upcoming content, which is here. The general Kyber crystals. These are very basic ones that, they don't do anything special. They do their job. They make a lightsaber work. Compressed energy Kyber crystals. Basically, these have a gas trapped inside the crystal itself, and due to this compression effect of gas, when activating the blade, it'll you know what? I guess it's better show you. Let me log into my Jedi Knight, because that's where I have all my good sabers. I'll show you what a compressed energy crystal does. Now, for this crystal series, the Old Republic will sing opera later. The Old Republic will be used heavily in that series because it is a wide variety of crystals in that game, and various sets of lightsabers and lightsaber visuals that can be good to represent the various Kyber crystals and their effects I'll be showing in the series later. Ooh, I got mail. Before I show you that, I want to see what I got in the mail. Did I sell something on GTN? Did I make a couple 100 million? I hope so. I need the money. I have like 10 million in the bank right now. It's nothing. Nope. It's just a painting and a purge notice from the guild. So, let me find it. Stored them all in here. I think. Yeah, this is it. Which one was it? Yeah, this is it. So basically, when you put a compressed energy crystal into a lightsaber, it creates a pulsating effect on the blade while making it finer. What is my favorite lightsaber? Easy. Temple Guard lightsabers. Go figure. Anyway, a compressed energy crystal causes a pulsating effect and a finer blade, much like this. Wait, that's the wrong saber. Whoops. Let me find the right lightsaber. I thought that was it. I know it has the word energized in it. Just keeps on going. Where are you? I think this is it. This is it. So a compressed energy crystal, when used in a lightsaber, will create a pulsating effect like this, and oftentimes make it a finer blade, which will make it a bit more potent when you slash something with it. And let me put this back in this case, because I don't want to lose these. I organize these in a specific way. I can't remember what for. I know what for my video series, but whatever. Yeah, as you can see, I collected a wide variety of crystals, a wide variety of lightsabers, like this one. This weird, unstable crossguard. Or all these various crystals. I got the black one, white black, basic yellows, pink reds, all that stuff. There's a lot of crystals to cover, so I need a wide variety of crystals and a wide variety of lightsabers. So let's look at the next ones. Potent Kyber crystals, they're slightly more powerful. Like the Hurricane crystal, this provides a purple hue, most notably utilized by Jedi Master Mace Windu. This increases the power of the blade, making it very easy to cut through things, which fits very well with Vapod, the offensive lightsaber variant of Juyo. Personally, I'd say mine depends on what's needed. If I suppose it is Star Wars, I have to make millions of hilts for what is needed. Are you one of those people who collect a lot of lightsaber hilts? Because I know that's a very common that's a very common thing with people who collect lightsaber props. That once they get one, they can't stop. They build up like this huge collection of them. Honestly, I would only need two myself: a standard lightsaber for blocking blaster bolts, and a curved lightsaber for dueling. I'll get more into that later, but you know what? I'll cover it now. So I about a month or two ago, I got in possession of a VR headset of Valve Index, and I've been playing the game Blade and Sorcery and installed the Outer Rim mod, which adds all these lightsabers and blaster bolts, and it gave me a good feel for particularly curved hilt lightsabers, and yeah, it's very good for fencing because I have actual training in fencing, particularly with the foil, so it's what I'm most used to in actual swordplay, and yeah, it's more or less impacted why I would want to use a curved hilt lightsaber because I actually know fencing. Anyway, protective protective kyber crystals. Now I have this as a playlist. I'm not sure if I have to make each of these individual short videos, it's maybe like 1 to 3 minutes long, or put them in groups of like one large video. What do you think? Numerous tiny videos or a few smaller videos? Smaller, tiny. What do you think? Anyway, while you're answering that, now like I don't remember what Dominium does offhand, but I do know what Colon Crystal does. Colon Crystal is actually quite interesting. Let me find the art. Um, Colon Crystal. Where are you? Okay, this is book art from one of the recent Star Wars books. Now, as you can see here, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are surrounded by all these people using these orange energy shields. These shields are actually impervious to lightsaber attacks. The reason behind that is because they're using a type of crystal called the colon crystal. It's very similar to a Kyber crystal, but they tried selling it to the Jedi Order, but they were deemed not usable because the blade they produced is like basically non-lethal. It's very weak, but it has very good defensive properties. These people made these shields out of using Kyber crystals as a focusing crystal to create impervious lightsaber shields. It's a fun one. Anyway, what's the next one? Lordian Gemstone. There's a type of alien species that was made Sith. That I think they're enslaved by the Sith Empire at one point and made to dig underground, and they couldn't really communicate that well, so they used crystals to communicate with one another that they force bonded to, and this helped them become aware of the surroundings and the thoughts of others. So if you put on a lightsaber, it's better for defensive forms because you can better predict the movements of an opponent you're fighting to better defend yourself against. Utility Kyber crystals. Now they got Ultima Pearl, which is like which will help you withstand high pressures, whether that's underwater or maybe deep in a planet cave. I forget what a Stygian crystal does. Nisha Lorite. That's a very weird one because basically it's this Kyber crystal it has a very strong connection to the planet's magnetism, and by itself it'll produce like a dull blue blade, grayish blue blade. But if you point it towards magnetic north of the planet, it'll become a brighter, more saturated blue. So it's a lightsaber that doubles as a compass. Just point the blade in the right direction to find north. That was brought up in the Force and Destiny books. Then you have the elemental crystal list. Vigron's does ion damage. Law crystal does fire damage. Permafrost crystal, I don't think it actually does do any elemental damage. It just fits with the theme. I put it there. A bear up ingot, that's a very radioactive one, not a fun one. The Down on Dagobah appeared in Star Wars Galaxies and would deal like a acidic damage to a target. I would love to, but I'm mostly thinking on the lines of in-universe how to trick and undermine the enemy, meaning combat against me in Star Wars will really be the same. Force harmonized Kyber crystal playlist. Basically, they're crystals that have a strong connection to the Force. Meditation crystal found on the planet of what's his face, the long head boy. Oh, I know his name. Kiadi Mundi, his planet. His people use crystals to meditate to help them focus, which can be good for particularly Jedi consulars. And I forget if it was either Kasha crystal or like Fontaine crystal, but one of them increases the potency of your force healing abilities. And then you have the corrupted and dark attuned Kyber crystals. Got a corrupted Kyber crystal, Katak crystal, Lignin, Bextal, tainted Nisus crystal, obsidian crystal, and Blackwing crystal. The Blackwing crystal was really fun one to cover because are you aware of the what's it called? I forget what it's called, but basically there was some weird Galactic Empire experiments going on that resulted in a lot of stormtrooper zombies. It's found in that same area. So if you want to get one of those Blackwing crystals, going to have to get through some zombies. Not a fun time, I imagine. Anyway, unstable Kyber Crystals. Got a cracked crystal, a cracked Jetta crystal, a Death Star Kyber Crystal remains, and an unstable Kyber Crystal. Now these may sound very familiar, but they do have their nuances and differences. Then you'll have the uncommon and rare Kyber Crystals. Dragite, Durin Fire, Eton, Enhancement Jewel, Velmarite, Ultima Pearl. Now I'm pretty sure that's also in Elemental, or no, Utility, but it's also very rare, so it's going in this video too. Let me look it up. Star Wars Zombies. What's it called again? I think they're doing it on Dathomir. What was it? I forget what they're called. I'm trying to keep the stream going. Um. Okay, so then you have the very rare and legendary Kyber crystals. Like some of these, chances are most Jedi or Sith will never find in their lifetime. Basically, a lot of these are like used by um, because the plot deems it so, or because you found the rare crystal in like KOTOR. Like one of them being the Solari crystal, which requires one to be fully attuned to the light side in order to use, or Bane's heart. It's a very strange shaped crystal that utilized by Darth Zana. And it's all these rare crystals that probably you'd never see. Then from there, the last video in the series, even though it doesn't quite fit the crystals, it covers the various lightsaber can't speak, lightsaber resist. Sorry, my stutter. This is why I have trouble recording sometimes. Lightsaber resistant materials like cortosis, frick, song steel, armor weave, Sith alchemy, Beskar, a force weapon, Vong technology, Zillo beast, elite Praetorian guard armor, probably add the word armor on there to specify, colon energy shield, and powered vibro weapons. And yeah, that's the roadmap for what I have in mind to get out sooner or later this year. So for the time being, I'm focusing purely on lightsaber variants. Then I think I may release these like on a I'm not sure, but like 4 day, 5 day, 7 day basis. Just sort of drip feeding it while I work on the other crystals. That way, it feels like it's consistent. And then from there, when it's more consistent, and I always advertise on like Reddit or Tumblr or various Star Wars fan websites on Facebook to try to get more attention to some series. But I do want to oh my god, it's called Blackwing, but it's a virus. Oh, it's a virus. It's not good. Imperial Bioweapons Project 17 or I-71A. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's a very nasty virus. Anyway, monetization. So initially, my plans for this channel was to keep it unmonetized. That way, there are no ads whatsoever. Cause it's so annoying when you're watching a long video about lore. It's like then you get interrupted with like, "Oh, buy our new shampoo for people with I don't know psoriasis." Is that the one? Yeah. I get psoriasis and scoliosis mixed up sometimes. And I'm saying the wrong thing. And anyway, I may still not monetize my channel through YouTube itself, but what I may do is open a Patreon account. I actually do have one for the channel because a while back Patreon changed the way the amount of money they take from newer accounts past a certain point. So I had to make one before they implemented that, so be grandfathered in, so I don't lose as much money to Patreon donations when Patreon takes their fee. So that's on standby right now, and I think I may do that because if I want to maybe promote Patreon when I hit at least 1,000 subscribers, Because let's say I get 1,000 subs to pay $2. I get $2 a month. Then I can stop being in poverty all the time. Um, because I at the moment I'm going to be very blunt. I currently live off Social Security because disabled with autism, and as you might imagine, being forced to live on Social Security under the U.S. government is basically forced poverty. It's very terrible. It's like they don't even allow you to get married without losing your benefits. It's crazy. But if I can get, become self-sustaining off YouTube or rather Patreon rather, then I could do this full time and pump out videos more consistently. And like you compare them to various videos online. It's like I try to make this quality. I try to make it look nice, sound nice, and very informative and appealing. It's like part of the reason why I made this channel was somewhat out of spite. Like 90% love, 10% spite. That spite came from watching YouTube videos. I won't say who exactly. I'll just say he makes waves of misinformation, and like it's like he'll clickbait you with a title, it's like and never cover what's in the title at all. Fake lightsaber giveaways, deleting old videos and re-uploading them as new videos. The only difference is that it's like half the videos is now an ad for illegal Star Wars merch. It's like, that made me sick. I want and I made this to make quality videos for Star Wars fans like myself. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, monetization. So yeah, if I can do this full time, then you all could get more videos like that more often. But again, it's like even like Star Theory um, doesn't have a lot of Patreon subscribers himself, despite him being the biggest YouTube Star Wars YouTube fan channel. So I'm not sure how if that might work out, but I want to try. I just gotta think of like get them reasons to subscribe to Patreon because I'm not sure what I can offer. Like common ones like Discord. Join a Discord. It's like maybe like one thing I could do like if you pay this much a month, you can submit an idea for video you want covered. Then it'll be put in a poll, and the patrons vote on which idea they want published. I don't know. Yeah, but the thing is, but the ads that scare me is that the wrath of the mouse, Mickey Mouse. Um, because as you may know, they are very territorial with their property. If I go to Patreon, they're not paying me for my videos. They're paying me for the features I offer to the Patreon rewards. Like, okay, you get a personal thanks. You get a shout out in my videos. You get to talk to me on Discord. You get to vote in the polls. Like, I have. But yeah, it's pretty obvious if you think it's not too hard. Like, I used to love the guy in his videos back when I first started getting into Star Wars lore videos. But this became garbage. Click and bait stuff and the fake lightsaber giveaways. That was oof. That was gross. But Star Wars Theory, wonderful guy. I talked to him on a few occasions on his Discord server before it closed down. I won't say why it closed down, but it was very crazy. But he is super nice. He gave my channel a shout out on a couple occasions on a couple of his live streams, and he even like my videos. My first Temple Guard video when I was first starting out, because it has effort put into it. It's like like you often see like small channels. It's like I don't want to diss small channels because everyone starts out somewhere. But like it's like basic slideshows and a bad quality mic, which I say as I say to my bad quality mic, but I have a separate mic for better quality recordings. And it's like I always try to do my best if I can with my projects. As you can see, the results of my channel, they're pretty good, I think. Well, I know they're pretty good. Anyway, that's the future of this channel. Oh, they have before in the past, like Star Wars here with his films, kind of. But you know, I always try to avoid using Star Wars music. I would love to use Star Wars music in my videos because it's Star Wars music. If it's Star Wars, but instead I use Creative Commons music, particularly from one artist named Syrsa, Syrsa. He's a Swedish guy with he has autism, and he makes great music, um some strange art, but he basically built his own sci-fi world, and I can respect the amount of effort he puts into that. And he's making his own little, not really a video game, like an interactive world program called Zerahipt. Check out Sirius if you want to say his music. But all my music comes from him because he allows it to be used as Creative Commons. And a lot of them can be a bit too upbeat and ravey. So I try to find a more calm music of his to put in my music. And I think it's been working pretty well. I have a wide selection of music to choose from. Anyway, that's about covers it for what I want to cover. Like, the future of the channel, what I plan to cover. If I can monetize it and make a living off this, that'd be pretty cool. If I can get at least a minimum of 2,000 a month, it's like, okay, I can make like 24K a year, and it's like, okay, cool. I now have the equivalent of like a $14 an hour full-time job. Now, if I can like hit like 3K or 4K a month, then I can finally move out of Arizona and like somewhere like Colorado where it's colder and be with my friends. I would love that because, all my life being on Social Security, I've been impoverished and poor. It's like, if I can make my own living, do something I love, then I will try to go for it. It's either that or working in kitchens with my culinary arts degree. I'll always have a job somewhere, and it's currently in the middle process of finding that. See, I was working a job right after I made the streams of my Kyber Crystals. That one didn't turn out so well because I didn't feel safe working there for several reasons. It's like people will walk with a knife pointed forward and not say anything. It's like you don't do that. You point it down, and even then announce you have a knife behind someone. I've seen rags go into soups and they didn't care. I've seen numerous health code violations. It's like I take food safety very seriously. So that 3 weeks was me like basically going. I'll pull up. I'll show you a example of what my months were like there.
Stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir. Stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir. Let's try it again. Stir.
Oh, nostalgia critic. Anyway, didn't realize it was nostalgia critic. Anyway, but yeah, that was my life for that month. Stir, whip, stir. It's like I enjoy cooking, particularly, but I at the moment I'm trying to find a job as a baker because I prefer baking over cooking. It's less stressful. But if I can make a living off this, then I would love it. Anyway, with that covered, let's move on to the second stronghold. Did I get locked out? No. Oh, it almost locked me out. Ooh, I got mail. Oh wait, that's a purge notice. Yeah, once a month, my guild will purge inactive members who've been gone for like a month. So it only applies like people like Padawans, younglings, generally knights or above. Don't get purged. So I got a burp. Anyway, my second stronghold it's the Rishi Hideout stronghold. I use this for PvP training. So yeah, spawn here. Got a little fight pit. I think I can close this. Yes, I can. So the goal of this fight pit is to move around while not falling into fire pits, which will actually do damage to you. How much damage? It's not a lot, but it's something. It's enough to get you out of stealth if you're cloaking like me. Wait, I'm not on my shadow. Never mind then. I can't cloak right now. So let's check out the main fighting arena. this is where I bring Padawans who need to learn how to fight like a team. Sometimes I'll get a sister guild in the Sith side to be opponents, and this is where I work on team coordination with students. Because more often than not, they go off and try to beat their own hero, focusing on a single target, and like you need to focus on a certain target or deter the tank or all that stuff. The Old Republic is definitely up there. I would say my favorite game so far is probably no go away. Want to be Chewbacca. I, I was really impressed with Fallen Order because it feels so nice. Like I wish they would expand on saber combat more, but you know, Cal was just a Padawan. What he learned was very basic stuff. Then what was I saying? I'm sorry. I have short-term memory loss. I forget what I'm doing sometimes. I just black out. Favorite Star Wars game. So yeah, definitely the Jedi Knight games with Cal Katarn, like Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, the Jedi Academy, the Old Republic, and Fallen Order. I wasn't too fond of like the Force Unleashed because I don't like beat 'em ups. They're kind of boring in my opinion. Where it's like, oh, it takes like 5 strikes to kill a stormtrooper with lightsaber. It's like no, I prefer to be one swing and be done with it. Like you can do that more or less with Jedi Fallen Order, or especially with the Jedi Knight series, like Outcast or Academy. Anyway, back to the tour. I have a little role playing table because I do enjoy some D&D myself. I actually currently host a D&D session that's Star Wars themed. There's a fan-made Star Wars version of D&D 5e called Star Wars 5e, which I use for my campaign. And the group is currently near climax of the current arc. Basically, they've been hunting down the Sith Lord named Darth Rabios, who's talented with Farsight, and he's been going around the galaxy like Taurus or what was the other one? I don't know. Another planet, I forget. And trying to get ancient Sith artifacts to unlock this temple hidden in Yavin 4, which will lead to a portal which I'll say it here because they don't. No, none of my friends will be watching the stream anyways. They'll be saying they'll be going to the portal that's actually a portal to the world between worlds. So basically, Rabios is trying to figure out how to defeat the Jedi by looking into various possibilities of the future. And the group doesn't know that, but they just know they're trying to stop him. Otherwise, bad things will happen. So there's gonna be a lot of crazy time travel shenanigans in that final campaign climax. Anyway, back to the tour. I'll start here first. Go away, Chewbacca. I know his name's Carl. I'm just gonna call him Chewbacca. Got a little bar, cantina to rest your head after you're done battling. I got this thing. I forget what it does. What is this? Cantina Dasher. Ah, yes. From the Voot event. Makes you a serving droid. And you can spawn little foods. Cantina shop. Oh. Clean up. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. I really love the food event from Old Republic. That was fun. I can't wait for it to come back. Got this little Biff disguise terminal. Is that music on right now? Yeah, it is. Maybe it's the voice, maybe? No, he's just silent. It's just a little animation. Then, of course, you had the Susie Melodies jukebox. This one was kind of expensive to get. Yeah, decorating's a pain. Oh no, I'm gonna get copyright infringement. No, what's up, music? Okay, yeah, good old classic cantina themed. I need to get more neon lights though for this area. It's not tacky enough. It needs more neon. They got little food storage in the back. Some fresh fruit. Some huts. Then in the back, the hideout area. Down here is garbage processing. Oh yeah, I don't have 4-speed on them at night. I'm too used to using 4-speed all the time. You got junk coming out. This thing. Scrapping the speeder. This thing, I forget what it does. What does it do? Junk shop, crane control. Oh, yeah, this just moves parts. Very basic area. Oh, I don't have a mount on Quickie here. That's very odd. Anyway, here's the light side room. The sunroom. Got a nice statue here. Some plants. Lots of plants. The vivarium's actually at the bird chirping sound effect, which is very nice. If you listen carefully. That weird drone sound every so often. Got some nice fountains. Very serene, very peaceful, very befitting of a Jedi room. But because this is a neutral territory stronghold, I also added a dark side Sith room. I'm not fond of myself, but you know, gotta add something for the edge lords out there. It's so hard to make villains interesting sometimes. Like a very good villain is like Thrawn. That dude has no force powers whatsoever, but he brought the Republic to its knees and nearly defeated Luke Skywalker in the old books purely through his intelligence alone. That I can respect. It's like some villains may be like cheap. Oh, I'm so edgy. I do bad things like drown puppies for fun, and they get annoying. I like intelligent enemies that think well, like Palpatine. Like if you I saw this video recently that explains the politics of the before the episode 1 and how Palpatine was manipulating things from the start and to get the Trade Federation more power to the point where he can manipulate them. I'm like, okay, that is very clever and devious of him. But then like every time he hits the climax of a trilogy, he gets lightning thrown back at him. Happened with Windu. Happened with Vader. Then it happened with Rey. It's like, dude, you gotta stop shocking yourself. Anyways, got a little fire blood pit. Wait, there's no blood here. I thought there was blood here. Anyway, fire pit. This guy just sort of getting nice and toasty inside. Got a Sith holocron with some skulls. This happy boy right here. He's so happy. And this thing. I'm pretty sure no. Oh, I thought for sure I had the holocron of Dread ceiling lamp. That makes the scary noises, but I guess not. I don't think I had the option to put it on a roof. Did I? Let me check. Edit mode. Nope. It's a shame because that would really tie the room together. Add some spoopy noises, some red light. Once in a while, Sidious likes being shocked. Well, given his track record, I would believe that entirely. Got a little patio area. And a little shop area. Got a Rishi shopkeep selling junk and general goods. Fruit. I got a sneeze. No, I don't, apparently. What is it, an armory store? I think. Got this guy, a towels bouncer, selling what I presume are either oils or beverages, or maybe both. Got this happy-go-lucky Rodian, selling junk. Armor stand. a weapon stand, and some mounts. I love Ractals. I just want to hug one. I felt so bad when Cody shot down Obi-Wan Kenobi, and his Ractal was sort of screaming for hits of water. That part always made me so sad. Then I got even sadder when a Jedi died. It's a very sad scene, and in short. Then you have miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. I forget what I put back here. It's been a while since I've been here. Oh yeah, it's a little speed display. You got the Soup Racer, this thing, and that thing. Oh, you can't forget this thing. Oh wait, I can actually use this to get to the from the front of the hideout. You got a Vagrant and a Campfire for the Vagrant. Can't let them go cold. A Toasty Vagrant is a Happy Vagrant. Let's go upstairs to the bar. I think it's a bar. It's either a bar or a dancing area. No, wait, the bar was in the front, so it's a dancing area. Let me turn music again. Yeah, there's a very weird bug with this, where it plays two songs at the same time. It's very annoying. I forgot about that, which made me remember what I did to fix it. I put in a jukebox behind, so it will play songs without overlapping them. Ah yes, can't forget this classic. Well, I have. I would prefer to forget it because it doesn't sound that good. Anyway, let's check out the beach and the ship. Where's my mount? Vehicles. Slap that here. Okay. You know, I've been trying to find like beach towels and like beach umbrellas, but I'm not sure if they went on sale this summer, and I was gone from this game for a while during the summer. So I don't know if they sold it or recently, but it's very hard to find. I really need beach towels and a beach umbrella for this area, because it's a really tie the area together, the lovely beach. Because right now it's pretty barren. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I would just prefer to be towels as well, and little umbrellas. Very nice view. Then you have this little fire pit, either for toasting marshmallows or walking across. Your choice. Does it hurt? It does not. Little kiosks, I think is the term. And the inside, the hidden area. Had to put down a little flag so people can better find it if they've never been here before. The hidden cave features its own little bar. That's Barkeep. He's a resident caveman, living in the cave. Then there's my personal favorite part of the place. Gotta hurry. The upstairs room, otherwise known as my quarters. Now this first room initially was very dark. I had no idea how to decorate it properly, but I decided to make it into like a trophy room with various animals. In terms of RP, I'm saying my character didn't hunt these animals, but rather it came with the property. Because you know, I don't think Jedi should be hunting animals for sport. It's very un-Jedi-like. Life should be preserved wherever it can. But just because you should preserve life doesn't mean you shouldn't chop the arm off. You shouldn't chop the arm off a Wampa if it means you defend yourself. Over here is a dining room. Got some nice, a little martini droid. This nice chandelier. And this bountiful feast of core slugs and fruit and mushroom soups and glowing drinks. I'm not sure if they're bioluminescent in nature or the cups glow. It's forever a mystery. Then here we have my snow globe collection. I got these last December, I think, or the one before that. Like I said, like the Vivariums, I love things that are encased in glass or resin. If I'm hunting anyone, I'm hunting on Sith Lords. That's one thing I want to cover more in depth in a future video. Um, I mentioned like what were they called? The Jedi. Well, let me look at on my channel. What were they called? Atari Strikers or Pathfinders? That was it. It's like the Jedi who spent a lot of time on nature. It's like it is a lot harder to fight animals than it is humanoids, like intelligent species. Because like like a humanoid combatant, they have fairly predictable patterns because they're trained certain ways. Meanwhile, animals, they just do whatever they want. It's very hard to judge how they're going to fight next, which is why like Form 4 Ataru, you just be very aggressive. You jump over them and attack them, and kill them before they can kill you. So that's one thing I want to cover in greater detail in the future. So I got nice paintings. Another snow globe. My bedroom area. And then there's the outside. With the outdoor patio hot tub. So despite being like this most of the time, you might recognize me more like this. No, wait. That's on my shadows. My Siow's holocron presentation outfit is on my shadow, not my knight. Anyway, let's check out the ship. Been a while since I've been in here too, so this area needs work. It's too empty. I couldn't figure out what to put in here yet. So basically, the reactor room. Put on all the tech panels and junk here. And boop. Got Jollo here, sweeping up with his vibro mop. Yes, the vibro mops are a thing, as it should be. Well, actually, more like an electro mop. It's very. Should I make a video on electro mops and vibro mops to add if I cover a series about vibro weapons? Maybe as like an April Fool's joke, I'll do that. But yeah, Physic tech room, all droids and ship components go here. It's a joint brig and interrogation room. This area I straight up stole from someone else. I saw someone else did this in their Stronghold. Oh, I like that. I'm going to steal that, and so I did. It's very nice. Then of course training room, has some crates. Little, is that tractor lift part of it? No, that's from Flashpoint. Basic supply room with training options. What's in this room? I think this is like the commons room. Yeah, I got the cargo hold, GTN, modification station, the wall vegetables, the cooks. Yeah, little restaurant cantina area. I think this one was my bedroom. No, this is the port quarters. This is a medical deck. These things are a pain in the ass to get. Either never drop from the flashpoint, which is very hard to do by yourself, and they're always expensive on GTN. I want more of these. I need more. It's hard to get. What was this one? Oh yeah, Republic Trooper. Disguise Terminal. Mail. Body type 1. Yeah. You can never tell that I'm actually a Jedi. Anyway. This is the bedroom, I think. Yeah, this is it. Got a nice lightsaber display case. I really hope they add a new one that's not a Sith lightsaber. And maybe in various colors. I would love that. Got a cool shield display. It's hard to see, but I think yeah, it's a weapon display. I thought I had a lightsaber display in here too. A floating lightsaber stand. And you got a plum bed, a little workstation with some paper and little figurines, about Tauntaun Island Dewback, and some food, some books. She reminds me a lot of my own desk that has plates and figurines and books and notes spread across. So I can relate to that. Yeah. Anyway, the bridge. This one was painful to decorate properly, but I got a pretty good grip. Got the orrery and the various panels around that show you, like, I don't know, the system map, various tech panels, the bounty board, like Sith holograms. These are actually Sith memorials, but I'm using them as if they're like bounty holograms. Like in this thing. Because if it's one thing I love to do, it's hunting down Sith Lords. People hate fighting me in this game. Little Zerka data core shenanigans. Got numerous Sky Troopers at the ready in case something attacks a bridge. The hollow tape is what is hell to get. Do you mean hollow table? Oh, the one from Ossus. Oh yeah, it's a pain to get. I hated getting that thing. It took forever. These things are very nice. They look so nice. Then yeah, the bridge, a nice carpet. Yeah, the orrery with the little plant displays. Yeah, I remember doing that, grinding every day for that on numerous alts on Ossus. It was a pain. I hated it, but it looked so nice. It was worth it. And now finally for the upstairs area, on top of the ship. God, I feel so slow on my Jedi Knight. I'm too used to using force speed all the time on my Shadow. The sky deck. Got some various mechs, walkers. Got a crane, a tank, some two. Oh wait, that's not a tank. That's I don't know what that is. Got two small tanks. This thing. Can I go inside of it? I don't think I can. Boo. Then here we have the Hut Ball arena. And the event, we need to fight this Hut Ball in the guilds. Got the Rotworm side and the Frog Dog side. I don't want to activate it right now. It's a pain to disassemble, I think. There's also a very good area to test like large group PvP with or without the terrain added. Then finally we had the upstairs area, the sanctuary. Got some munitions, some speeders, numerous turrets that came with it. I need to put something here. This area is lacking. Where are those drums coming from? Yeah, you understand my frustration with the lack of force speed. Little shooting range. Another orrery. And a bounty board hollow table. To show the scoundrels. The ships of scoundrels. The bases of the scoundrels. And the system of the scoundrels. Oh wait, that was orrery. It was just off. Never mind then. Got the hollow image of Ilum, I think. I think it's Ilum. Got a voice star bomb. God, I hate the voice star map in PvP. It's so hard to get anything done, either attacking or defending. Got a nice bounty monitor. Uh, this thing. More turrets. And up here's an elevator. I forget if I put anything up here. Did I put anything up here? Oh, these little sliders. Yeah, it's not very exciting here, but that's a tour of my second stronghold. With that said and done, that more or less concludes the stream. But before I go, do you have any questions about the future of the channel, lightsabers I'm going to cover, or anything about Star Wars I can help answer? Maybe that. I don't think that's how it works with the 7.0 combat styles. I think you get either get one or the other. It's like you can't mix and match abilities. Like I would love to have phase lock on my shadow again, but I don't think I can because I either had to stick solely to Sage or Shadow or Guardian. I think mixing and matching abilities would be like it's too hard to balance properly. Like imagine a Guardian with the healing abilities of a Sage. That would be way too tough to deal with. It'd just be easier to just say, okay, you're limited to Guardian abilities for the time being. You're limited to Sage abilities for the time being. All that stuff. My day, it's alright. I mean, I don't know. It's like just taking my antidepressant pills to just help me function properly. Nothing exciting. I had a nice breakfast of carne asada fries because I was too lazy to cook. I was too lazy to cook breakfast. I was doing a stream. Probably after the stream, I'm gonna take a nap. Then do some writing on my next script. Then tomorrow, I'm gonna start voice recording. But I do look forward to 7.0 Star Wars. So because it'll render my alts useless, like my Jedi Guardian alt. I could just be on my shadow, then just switch to Guardian for Ceresu or Xian, or switch to Marauder if I want to do dual sabers. So I probably wouldn't switch to a Sage because I'm terrible as a Sage. I don't do well with casters. If I'm going to use like something in like an online game or a video game in general, I tend to be like very tanky, or like face to face with my opponent. Like DPS, I feel too squishy, especially with casters DPS. Like the squishy consulars, sages. Yeah, it'll be nice. But for the most part, I hope to do I really hope that they add a function like, okay, I can use a standard lightsaber with a shadow build. I would love that, but I doubt that'll be a thing. Oh, thank you, Jan. I'm glad you enjoy my content. Are there any other questions about maybe my channel or Star Wars I can help with before I take off to take a nap? You'd be able to have 2 combat styles, but have to switch between them. I'm thinking of more than 2, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out more later. But if I can have at least 3 or 4, I'll be happy. I could see that. I could see that, but maybe like they may plug a cooldown timer to prevent the use of spamming things like that, like switching to consular to suddenly get 4 speed and switch back to knight. Like that may be an issue. It's like it may become locked once you enter combat or in a PvP war zone. Man, I do not miss ranked PvP in this game. It is very, very toxic. I hated going through it, but I had to. I needed those black crystals you get from the ranked war zones. For years they taunted me, but I was avoiding ranked because I heard how bad it was. But they weren't too hard to get. They weren't very expensive, but oof, they are nice. Unfortunately, my guild does not allow us to use black crystals or red ones because we're a Jedi RP guild. I myself prefer yellow. Oh, one thing I forgot I was going to bring up. Let me find it. Where's the Discord? This stream set to, yeah, it's currently set to display capture. So let me pull up something I want to I'll find to share later in the series, but I can share here since you all tune in my stream. You get a little sneak peek. Where are you? Uh, there you are. So this lightsaber is one I designed myself. What basically what my own personal lightsaber would look like. And here it is. I call it the Forerunner Bloom. I had an old design for like 5 years ago called the Forerunner, which looks similar to this, but I'm trying to redesign that one, redesign the old one. But I made this new one based off this a curved hilt lightsaber. Though I can't take credit for the art on the right here with the flowers. I couldn't do. I'm not good with organic drawings, so I have my friend Joelle draw that for me. You may recognize her from my videos because I use her art a lot. She drew many of the temple guards that you've seen. Basically she I'll pay her to do like black and white sketch. Then I color it myself. That way, um, I can get some color practicing, or get some practicing with my colors. But yeah, it's very neat stuff. And as for the blade, I want it to be a turquoise blade. Eventually, if I can, I want to build this in real life. Here's what it looks like with the blade on. A nice turquoise color. It's curved tail because I'm used to fencing styles. Anyway, that more or less covers it. Thank you for tuning to the stream, and I will see you later at a later date. I don't know when. I hope to get the videos out within a couple weeks or so. We'll see. Soon, so within a couple weeks, a new video will be out. Hopefully. All right. Well, goodbye, and may the force be with you.